Welcome back, lovelies, to another episode of We the Panel, a Terrace House Podcast. This week's episode 32, Lost Passion. My name's Tim, and I'm joined by my lovely co-hosts. What's up, Jay?
Oh, what's up, Tim? Happy to see y'all again. This was interesting. Oh, that's an understatement. It's a good episode of Terrace House. So I'm glad to share with y'all today. Yeah. How are you?
Yeah, man. Welcome back. We missed you for a couple episodes.
Thank you.
Didn't feel the same without you. Yeah. And up next on the panel, we have our sound editor and video guy and editor of all sorts. What's up, James?
Hello. Bro, I'm so excited, bro. We just watched the episode and oh man. It was cool. It was great. There was so much that happened. We
so much to unload. Yeah,
we got a lot to talk about. Yeah, I'm doing good. But Tim, how you doing, buddy? How you doing?
I'm doing good, man. This has been a good week, busy week, but good week. A lot of new things happening, especially in the house.
Cool,
man. That was a action-packed episode, back-to-back content. Wish they put in more content. I don't know, man. I just want longer Terrace House. It's too short for me.
There's a lot going on. I think they couldn't fit everything in one episode.
That's fair.
Yeah.
Longer run times. Let's see it.
Yeah. And they wouldn't be able to do those cliffhangers in longer episodes, But speaking of cliffhangers, we are talking about Terrace House, right? But really quickly before we get into that, this is your reminder that We the Panel is available on all podcasting platforms, which means we're on Spotify, Apple Podcasts, Google Podcasts. You could find all of that stuff on our Anchor at anchor.fm/we-the-panel, or you can just search up We the Panel in the search bar. And if you see the brown background with the gray house, hey, that's us. On top of that, if you are watching on YouTube, welcome. Please feel free to like, comment, and subscribe. Hit the notification bell so you'll be caught up with all new episodes of We the Panel. And of course, we are also on Instagram, where I post little tidbits of each episode, little clips of it, just to give you a little teaser of what's going on before you actually watch the episode. So follow us there and you'll stay completely updated. Now, this episode, y'all, Lost Passion. What a title, because there was a lot of passion in this episode and a lot of lost passion as well. But of course, okay, what happened last episode, right? Jay, you actually weren't here. So to recap, I know you definitely watched it, but just to recap, there are the two dates between the two Tae-chans and Aya and Miwako. And then, of course, we had the Daiki and Hana stuff. But that was last episode, right? This episode, we had the whole thing with Daiki at his weigh-in, right? Bro, I don't know if y'all noticed it, but, I don't know if he was being serious or if he was, sad.
I think he was out of it.
Yeah.
Seeing a lot of people go in for weigh-ins, for fights, they're, exhausted because they're dehydrated. They're, underweight, obviously, because they cut, as much unnecessary weight as possible to make that weigh-in, and he's probably just exhausted and tired, very fatigued.
Yeah, but so he goes in, has the weigh-in, then there's a little clip of him and Hana, who actually text, unlike a certain other person that we don't talk about anymore because he's not here anymore. But of course we will get to the actual fight day. Oh my god, bro. Everyone was in the house wearing their Daiki t-shirts. Daiki shows up. They have a little conversation before he leaves. And there was one specific thing that I noticed, which is that Daiki said that he's going to show everyone the cool side of him. And then after he says that, it cuts straight to Miwako and she's like, And after everything that happened last episode, I mean, oh my goodness, bro. She looked so sus this entire episode, if you know what I mean. It was a lot of her giving quick glances at Daiki or Hana, or anytime that like Daiki was brought up, it would cut straight to her, just because it's like, yeah, her reactions. So that was like, oh my goodness. But I want to get into the fight real quick because, oh my goodness, y'all. Like, first things first, Daiki had like a pro wrestler's entrance. Like, the guy came in and all that was missing was like the pyro and all that stuff. I would have been like, yeah, that's straight out of like the WWE or something like that.
It's the Glory division. I don't know, the Glory League of Fighting. I guess they stepped up production.
Yeah.
This isn't what he's used to. I don't know, maybe he's used to this stuff, but yeah, it's just a different league, right?
Yeah. But of course, the actual fight happened, and my goodness, bro, it was a quick one. It lasted what, like 2 minutes 21 seconds, because Daiki came through, hit a right hook, knocked the man out. And I actually have a clip. I will put the little clip here of us kind of live reacting to that specific scene, and I will put it right here.
Keep the pressure on. No, block the Gidan. You can't take that kick.
Ooh. Okay.
Hey, there it is.
That was good. That was sick, dude. Yeah, he punched you.
Okay, hopefully I remember to put it there, but yeah, it's there. And my goodness, y'all.
What a fight.
But yeah, Daiki did it. He won, which
Yes.
we didn't think was going to happen.
Yeah, y'all didn't think so.
Okay, I, as the resident Daiki fan, always believed in my man, bro. Like,
okay.
But the rest of y'all,
What? I wasn't here in the last 2 episodes, but I thought he was gonna win.
I thought it would have made great TV and drama if he lost.
Yeah, that'd be great too.
Yeah, right. But I'm happy to see him win. He definitely pulled through. And after I saw, like, in this episode, after I saw the dude he was fighting, I'm like, oh, he's winning.
Wow, the disrespect. Damn.
honestly, like,
Wow.
maybe it was because Hana wasn't there, you know? Maybe, like, since she wasn't there, he was, like, a little more angry about it. So he was just, like, you know, he had a little more oomph in his punches. And you just get that one that clocks the right part of the head, and he's out, and he was out.
So you're saying he fought better without Hana?
No, in this particular situation, because of how flustered he was over the entire situation between him and his girlfriend, maybe he was letting off a little more steam with those punches.
I think Daiki had a lot more of his pride on the line with this fight. Because I think he touched upon it in the next scene when he gets back to the house. He tells them that his coach was asking if Hana's going to be there. And the reason for that being is that if he lost and she wasn't there, then it would look like he lost because she wasn't there. Right? So I guess that's much more motivation for him to win. It was like, you know, like, I'm not losing just because my woman isn't here. Like, sort of deal. Yeah.
Oh, that's so nice of Daiki, you know? Yeah. But that's a lot of pressure too.
Yeah, that's a lot of pressure.
Honestly, yeah.
Yeah, imagine like another world of them him losing. Oh, Hana would have gotten like, oh my god,
fan base would have tore her apart.
Yeah, like, you didn't support her while you were on vacation, even though you planned your vacation months before you knew about the fight. Oh, you're such a bad girlfriend. I could see it.
Well, you know, it shows that they're strong individuals even on their own. You know, Hana was thriving without Daiki. Daiki was thriving without Hana. It was all good, you know. And speaking of Hana, she actually came home, and hey, she actually acknowledged Daiki this time, which is great. You know, she congratulated him on their fight, and then they talk about the camping trip that Taechan planned that's happening in the very next scene, which is great. So they get to their camping ground, and on their way there,
Lake Gawaguchi. Sorry.
Yeah. So all the guys are in one car, all the girls are in another car. So in the guy's car, Daiki is talking about how he's gonna have like a very serious talk with Hana, which we will get to later in the episode. And in the girls' car, Miwako is talking about how like in I wanted to call it a turn of events, but also she was kind of hinting it like earlier too, that she wants to become closer with Taechan, whatever that may mean. Could mean a lot of things.
Could mean a lot of things.
Like Gawaguchi, my boy getting some Gucci.
What? Okay. How about it? Yeah.
Oh boy.
Yeah, Gawaguchi with that Stanley Tucci. I'm about it. Yeah. We're putting that in.
Yeah, we're leaving that. We're leaving both of those in.
Don't you dare cut that out, James.
Okay. But anyways, so they get to the campsite, which looked a lot like a cottage, which is actually really sick for them.
Yeah,
and it was cool. They had like a nice barbecue.
Yeah,
And like, bro, the meat looked like it kind of looked like those Korean barbecue spots that use the actual like grilling
Grills.
like, because you know how like at a Korean barbecue usually you have kind of like a big kind of pan that you put stuff in, but then there are some spots that actually have like a barbecue
like
that
a
you
proper
could do it on.
rack that you put over.
Yeah, a rack. That's
a wire rack.
That's what I meant to say.
Yeah.
Yeah, it looked really good.
Yeah.
And then we cut to the guy's room. I guess you could call it the guy's room, where they're planning out how they're gonna talk to the girls.
Oh, they're drunk, by the way. In this scene, they're drunk. You could totally tell. Like his face is like flush red. Like they've been drinking. Like we've been day drinking. It's a good time.
It's a fun time.
It's a fun time. It's camp things.
You could definitely tell that Daiki was drunk.
Oh yeah, Daiki was.
He was like the giggliest out of the group.
Yep. And of course, OG is mysterious as always. We don't know. We just don't know.
I think I'll go with the flow. Yeah, that's what he said. Yeah, like I don't want to plan nothing. We'll see how it goes.
Yeah. And yeah, so like Daiki said that he was planning on taking Hana aside for a little meeting thing. And then OG's like, oh yeah, I'm gonna take Aya aside, and Taechan's like, okay, yeah, I'm gonna take Miwako aside. And it was really funny because they cut to the panel and they're like, yeah, okay, so now that that's all happening, maybe OG's gonna, be making out with Aya because nature? Question mark.
Nature changes OG.
Nature changes OG. Yeah.
Which I don't see it because he's still the same, like mysterious. Maybe he's as mysterious as the forest that they are. Because you can't read the guy. I can't read the guy.
It's
I don't know
really
anymore.
hard to read the guy. He's kind of like
Aloof.
yeah.
And his hairstyle too. Like you can't see his eyes at certain angles.
Not gonna lie, I feel his cut is very whack.
Whoa. Okay. Side note: I like his haircut. It's just that it gives him a mysterious vibe because it's like his eyes are always like covered, so you can't really like
OG's haircut
get a
is a
read
Karen haircut
on his eyes. So I think it's part of the thing. His vibe,
And it's also because he's like 6'3". Like he has the Slender Man build.
Maybe like the length is fine. I don't like the way he wears it. I don't know. It's just it looks all poofy, and then on the sides, like I don't know. It looks like a Karen haircut. And I'm just like,
If you like OG's haircut, guys, give us a shout. If you don't, let us know.
What?
Because I need a haircut right now, and I'm about the OG haircut because it's giving that like, who is this guy vibe?
Okay.
I feel like you might be able to wear it better, but like
I can't. I can't.
I mean, he's a model, so what do I know?
Yeah.
But I don't know.
What do we know?
What do we know? Yeah. Next scene.
Yeah. So speaking of the guys taking out the girls and stuff, we actually do get to that part. And so Daiki takes Hana. No, I'm gonna save that for last. So basically, Daiki takes Hana away for their little talk, but we don't get to that. Meanwhile, OG, he's like, I'm gonna go on a nighttime walk with Aya. And they're like, okay, yeah, we're gonna go find some animals. And as we were watching it, we're like, animals, okay, animals.
The boy's about to be an animal.
Nature changes.
It's a full moon tonight. OG's a werewolf.
I can't see ahead of my haircut.
But it was so weird. Like they walk to just like another bonfire area. He brings sparklers, but like not even like good sparklers. Like
They look like you know the paper that's around a straw.
Yeah.
And it's like that paper it looked like it was just like rolled
just
up
rolled
into
up.
like a really long papery
like-
slinky.
It's like you pack sparklers and you put it in your pocket, but it got crumpled up and it made a knot. And you take it out, and it's like these were sparklers. Yeah, they're janky.
It was pretty
but
funny.
It was kind of weird, but also OG was asking Aya if she was interested in him, and she responded with a question to him, and she's like, "Yo, are you still into Sena?" And he like avoids the question like completely by basically like planning another date, which is like cool for
But
Aya.
you didn't answer the question.
Yeah, you didn't answer the question.
Let me rephrase that. He answered the question masterfully without answering the question.
He danced around the subject.
Yeah. So
Graceful.
the question was, do you still think of Sena, right? And he's like, ever since
You got to
I
the house.
started. No, she didn't. She didn't even mention Sena, but like ever since like
No,
You
she
got
said
it.
ever since I got to the
yeah,
house.
yeah. I started talking more and more and basically said, I'm having more fun with you. But like not acknowledging the fact about the question at hand. Do you still think about this other girl? I'm like, damn, OG, so mysterious.
He playfully danced around the subject and redirected it. He's just
Oh my
He
goodness.
filtered the question with another statement that wasn't supposed to be answered.
yeah. He answered a question. He answered a question that wasn't asked.
Yeah.
And then
That's
it
a
was
pretty
like,
skillful move. Yeah.
you wanna go on another date? And after, I mean,
Oh my god. Okay, well,
wait, sorry. If he answered it that way, I think we all know the answer. Then is that yes, he still thinks about Sena. Because if he didn't, he would have outright said no. If he said yes, he would have hurt Aya's feelings. Therefore, his response is the answer. He still thinks about Sena, even though I guess he's trying to move on, which is what he's trying to show. It's like,
Yeah.
let's go on another date.
He's technically saying the truth without really lying in a sense because he doesn't want to hurt her, which is kind of bad. Might as well just say it as it is. But at the same time, I don't know. OG's just like there, like to see what he can just get now at this point. Like he said, he's on the flow or whatever. Whatever, dude.
Yeah. Okay, I have a question for you guys because I'm very active on like the Terrace House Reddit and like some of the Facebook pages and stuff. And one thing that has came up before in like posts is like, okay, yeah, like they talk about how OG is kind of like the creepiest character that's ever been on Terrace House. So it's like, are you guys getting any sus vibes from this guy? Like ever since you joined the house? Like I understand that like we've been saying that he's like mysterious and hard to understand, but are you guys not getting any like sus vibes?
Little bit with how he danced around the subject last time, but like I can see why people think of him as creepy. I mean, like the tall, slender frame, the soft-spoken voice, the like. I can see how people can perceive him like that, but I wouldn't say he's the creepiest. Like, I don't know. Like, seems like a all right guy, but if he changes his demeanor, he can definitely come across as like a cabin in the woods type of person. Yeah.
Was there anyone in Aloha State that creepy, James?
I think they did mention someone from Aloha State. I don't remember.
I don't have nothing. Like I only know the first original members of that cast, and that's it.
Yeah. That's the one Terrace House series that you didn't finish, right?
No, I could not. Sorry, but yeah, I get it. Cause he is. I don't know. Didn't we talk about this? He can't read a room, or like.
Yeah.
Yeah.
You can't.
He's like, wow, the sun is out. You want to go out?
Oh,
like,
sorry. I just remembered. Yeah, something that was really creepy. His modeling photo shoot. That was like really off-putting for me. Seeing him trying to like again, he's a good-looking dude, but like I guess the direction and how they were telling him to pose and smile and stuff, that was like really off.
I remember they told him to smile, but then he never actually smiled. That's what I remember from that photo shoot.
And remember that he also said, "Girls find me more attractive if I don't talk."
Did he say that?
Yeah, I was like, I can see it now, my dude.
Oh yeah. No. He really said that his personality shouldn't be showing.
Yeah, I was like, rough, man, rough.
That's tough.
It's because that's one of the things he was talking about, right? Like, I think maybe that's the reason why he's so afraid to talk. Like,
that's
the insecurity is there. Like, poor dude. He's just trying to communicate, but he doesn't know how. He's trying to learn.
Yeah, I think he's just misunderstood. You know,
he should have just brought better sparklers.
That would have fixed everything.
A little bit. Did you see him light it up? I was like, they're not sparkling, but they're kind of sparkling.
What if they weren't sparklers? Yeah, they were just like really crushed up tissue paper, just rolled up.
Yeah, no, like what is it? Sparklers for ants? Like, come on, man. Like,
oh no. Oh my gosh. Well, yeah, maybe if he brought better sparklers, maybe it would have made things a little bit better. But, you know, speaking of things that actually went pretty good, Taechan and Miwako, like that went very well, like very smoothly. He was like, Taechan was just talking to Miwako and he was straight up like, hey, like, do you want to like go out for, you know, grab a meal or something? And Taechan did it really well. He talked about everything that she wanted to do. He's like, yeah, you said you wanted to learn how to skateboard, right? And she's like, yeah. He's like, okay, cool, yeah, let's go skateboarding sometime. And yeah, it was just, Taechan was really good this particular episode. He was really good. He kind of opened up a little bit, talking about how like he was trying to act cool earlier, and then Miwako's like, yeah, no, I want to see like you as you. And Taechan's like, yeah, it'd be really cool. So yeah, it was a really good scene for Taechan, which is crazy. The growth.
Yes.
The growth.
The growth. Another song and dance room is like, I know this easy. Like, but I don't know if I see the chemistry there.
Really?
Like, I don't. Maybe it's the way the show is framing Michan.
Yep.
Looking at Daiki and always these jump cuts to her face, and like anytime she's not smiling is like when Daiki says or like is talking to Hana or says something to Hana, and it's like from smiles to just like, you know, like frowny face. Like it's, I feel like they're pushing a different narrative, and so the chemistry between Taechan and Miwako doesn't feel natural to me. Maybe from the Taechan side, but like Miwako and her intentions, I can't get a read from either what she's showing or what the show is like portraying.
I get what you mean. Like every little like conversation when the group is there about Hana or Daiki, we always see like a frame of her reacting to it. Completely unnecessary, but I get what you're saying because it's like, ooh, she's really into whatever's happening in that couple.
Yeah.
Right?
Yeah.
Like I really hope, I don't know, that went really well. And I think they really get along. And you know, Miwako is like really cool with like Taechan based on what I've seen so far. Like they had a great shopping date at the grocery store.
Classic Taechan first date.
Hey man, the guy's learning. He's being cool but being vulnerable at the same time, and like asking her out. And I really hope for the best, man. But I do see how the show is portraying like Miwako's like she's like a mistress or something, waiting for this Hana Daiki ship to like go down, and as soon as it goes down, she's gonna be like, "Hi, I'm Miwako Daiki," which I don't like, but I hope not. I hope that doesn't happen.
Yeah. Well, that kind of like okay. Then let's bring it back. You know, back when the girls are in the car, and Miyoko said that she wants to be close with Taechan. Like, what do you think that means? Does that mean like I want to be better friends with Taechan? Is it like I want to like explore a possible relationship with Taechan? Like, there brings up so many different questions now that has kind of happened, but also with the way that the show is portraying Miwako as someone that's into Daiki, it's like that brings up even more questions. So I don't know, like, what do you guys think? Do you think it's like a closer in a friendship type of way, or closer as in like I want to be closer with this person to create a possible relationship?
The latter. I think that she wants to get to know him more in general. I feel like they haven't spent that much time together. I don't see like a spark like there was with like Hana and Daiki at the beginning of their like, I guess, courting phase. Yeah, like I don't know. I don't think, maybe the show just hasn't shown their relationship growing from that, because like all their dates are like, yeah, they're good and they're getting along and Taechan's being smooth, but also it's like there's a pinnacle Terrace House date moment where the music slows and they play like, you know, like cute background music or whatever, and then it's like that whole like, you know, they haven't done that yet with Taechan and Miwako, and I think there's a reason for that.
Look how Tim grew up from a nobody of Terrace House to a seasoned veteran. Knows it now. Look at him call out the show, be like, there is no romantic sounding music yet. So
Yeah, it's like,
look at this guy. Look at him. He's gone so far. Wow.
Yeah,
I agree with you, Tim. There has not been a moment there yet. But
yeah, right.
I think they are trying to like, you know, like
Inch towards it.
Yeah, they're trying to push towards a relationship because it's, I don't know, right now it's pretty juicy stuff. It's like, we don't know what Mirako's intentions are at this point. Is she really into Taechan or is she really into Daiki? Because of like those little scenes we had, like, oh, you have soup? Wow, soup. I'm like, what okay, cool. But they made it portray like, oh my gosh, he's so cool.
He eats soup? Oh my god.
Yeah, wow, so attractive, so cool. You know what I mean? Like, I remember watching it, I'm like, bro, he's just soup. He needs to lose weight. And Miyoko's like enamored, like, wow. I bet you the showrunners just did that. Just was like, man, it's a slow week. We gotta do something here. Like, everyone at the house is away except these two, so we gotta put something in or else we have nothing to show. Like,
I mean, possibly.
But I don't know. What do you think, James? Because I think, yeah, there's a chance that this Miwako Taechan ship will be sailing away. But at the same time, we've seen time and time again Taechan lose that ship immediately. Yeah. And I don't know. I'm like, I don't want to put my guard up because of that. I just want to be hopeful for this dude.
See, but that's the one thing I'm afraid of, man. Like, things could be going so well for Taechan, but then it could fall down at any time. So I'm like, I don't want to place my bets on them having a relationship. So I think she wants to be good friends with Taechan.
Or get to know him more.
Yeah, I feel like if we watch like 2 more episodes or something, I might change my mind. But for now, I don't see it. I think they could be really good friends, you know, being the same age and all, and like him teaching her how to skateboard. I think it'd be really cool, like as a friend thing. But I don't really see anything past that. But yeah, that's all I gotta say towards that. However, there is one other pairing that we do have to talk about, and my God, I'm okay. So Daiki and Hana, right? After the past 2 episodes of us talking about how their relationship has been going through some things, they've been rocking around, and it's been kind of tough for them lately. So Daiki takes Hana back to the room, and he straight up tells her, he's like, "Hey, so I haven't seen any passion from you, and it feels like," he basically said, like, "it feels like you don't really love me," or anything like that. And Hana agreed. She was like, "Yeah, I feel like I've been putting a lot of my mind towards work, as opposed to putting any of my stuff towards you." And yeah, oh my God. So okay, in my notes, in which I made these notes at like 4 a.m. last night. So in my notes, I say, "Oh my God, I hate this. I hate this. I hate this. I hate this. Hana, why? And a bunch of letters." Because Hana ended the episode basically on the verge of possibly telling him that she wants, like, I don't know anymore.
Yeah, it's like the oh, sorry.
No, go on.
Yeah, Daiki says, like, he says that I don't feel the passion for you anymore. She talks about work and her passions toward work, and then Daiki's response is basically, "So then why is there even a point of us dating?" And then she's like, "I feel like," closed door, and then huge cliffhanger.
Exactly.
But he's not wrong. Daiki is not wrong. What's the point of them dating if the whole point of them dating was to explore, like, their emotions and feelings for one another and develop something from it? Right? Like, what happened? She was so into that cat and mouse game that they were playing before they started dating, before Daiki's first win, right? Where did all of that go?
Yeah.
Right?
Yeah.
What changed? Is it like...
It's just hard, because at least from what we've seen, because what we've seen was a lot of, okay, for both sides, like Hana straight up, like, she didn't acknowledge Daiki in the last episode, like, at all. And then Daiki kind of talked about how it's like, yeah, like, when she comes home from work, she just goes straight to bed, so they never actually get any time to talk. But then at the same time, when Hana and him do talk, we do see a lot of, like, kind of backhanded comments from Daiki, especially like when he talked about how when he was doing the weight loss, and how it's like, yeah, like, I'm not doing this with you.
I did it well without your support.
Yeah, I did it well without your support.
That was
and the
cheeky,
whole thing
bro.
of him,
That was
like,
a
doing all
jab.
this stuff without her. Yeah.
Yep.
So it's like literally, like, on both sides, like, I can see where things aren't really going well. Like, Hana isn't giving him the time, but then at the same time, Daiki's kind of like taking that, and then he's kind of like throwing jabs at her for it, basically. So it's I don't know.
I think that's because Daiki can't openly talk about his feelings without losing face.
Did Tim freeze?
I don't know.
Dude.
Tim?
Hi.
Okay, he's back.
Oh God, he didn't freeze.
So
Yes, continue, Tim.
So it's a new relationship, right? And they haven't been able to get comfortable with each other. So Daiki still needs to put on that cool guy, like, persona that what got Hana interested. Because when they have a real talk together in the cabin, he has to preface, like, I'm totally not going to sound cool right now, and then proceeds to talk about his feelings. So I guess those backhanded jabs are his only way of saying, hey, what you're doing is, like, actually hurting my feelings, but I can't outright say that. I don't like, you don't have the time for me to outright say that. And on top of that, Hana completely forgot the conversation they had before she left for vacation.
It was a pretty important conversation too.
Yeah, exactly. She completely forgot, and she said, "I'd think about it." Well, clearly you didn't. Like, so.
Well, it's been an honor, boys. Serving
I think
it always happens at the cottage,
ship.
boys. It always
This is
happens
the
at the
slash
cottage.
voyage. It's been an honor.
It's been an honor, gentlemen.
Play us out. It's not looking good, guys.
The ship is sinking. Yeah, it's like the last 5 minutes of Titanic for their relationship. I think they're breaking up.
I believe so too. Like it's just when they're actually together, not a good match. It was just maybe they just enjoyed the chasing and all that games
And the
stuff.
games.
Yeah,
They like the mind games more than the actual relationship. But
But didn't what did Hana say before? Like all the past relationships that she had.
Oh,
The
all of the
guy
guys were
was-
too interested in her.
Yeah, is this happening again? Do you think
Probably.
so?
I think
yeah.
so. I think
Yeah.
so.
So it seems like I don't know. It's not a Daiki issue. I don't know. Is that a Daiki issue? Or is it a Hana issue?
I
Because
think it's a Hana issue. I think
Yeah.
it's like she's just not interested in the guy she picks. Because all of these guys are like, hey, yeah, let's make a relationship. Let's do something about it. And she's all like, nah, I just like having you there. But like, I don't want to do anything about it.
when things start to get too serious, she goes away
She
to
dips.
Hawaii
Yeah.
and forgets about all the conversations prior to the Sorry.
She's.
Oh, that's man, that's
I know. Daiki
wonder
chose
how-
wrong.
yeah,
Daiki
like,
should have picked the other
what happened to the girl
model.
too? We should have seen girl too. Ah, darn.
Girl too. Miwako's girl too. Oh,
Bro, that'd be wild.
she's also a model.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Okay. Well, I guess the only logical question to ask right now is, what do you guys think is gonna happen next episode?
Yeah, they're breaking up. Either that or they move out, but I don't see Hana suddenly being like, yeah, let's move out together. I don't see her saying that. Like, I think they're ending it. And I think after they end it, the show's going to probably follow Miwako around for like her reaction to them breaking up. And there's something sus is going to happen or nothing's going to happen. But yeah, that's
They're
breaking up. Sorry,
I-
James.
I think what's gonna happen, Tim and James, Daiki's gonna go for Miwako.
Daiki's gonna go for Miwako. After
Not
Hana,
Miwako, exactly. Not Miwako going for Daiki. Daiki's gonna go straight after Miwako. Like,
and Snake Tae-chan. I could see that.
yeah, that too. I forgot about that guy. My guy. Oh.
I think Daiki forgot about him too in your scenario.
Yeah. But I still believe that.
I feel like if that's
And a skateboarding date, which is cool.
I
Can't
feel
wait.
like if that's gonna happen, then yeah, Daiki's gonna win that fight.
Yeah, because
Okay.
he's a fighter. He's legit a fighter.
Hold on. Okay. I think we're forgetting that Daiki's the one that's very much into Hana, right? So if Hana breaks up with him, is there not gonna be like a grieving moment where he's
Nah.
like, I don't want.
Nah.
I think he's just gonna be like, okay, and then Miwako is gonna be his rebound girl. Like,
Yeah, that's his
That's
grieving
so
process.
tough.
Yeah,
Daiki just needs.
that's how. Yeah,
that,
that's how
Daiki
he
just
deals
wants to lay pipe. Yeah,
Yeah,
that's all he
yeah.
wants to do.
He's like, I don't have time to mope around. I gotta move on quickly
I
because
got some pipe to lay.
look at him. His attitude when he's vulnerable. He's just like, I'm not cool. I want to be cool all the time. So I'm gonna
Yeah, exactly.
not show my feelings and develop this toxicity that I got from Hana and give it to someone else. And that's Miwako.
oh no!
Poor Miwako.
She's not wrong. Yeah, I think if anything, Daiki's grieving process would be to, what is it? Not counterbalance. What's the word I'm looking? Overcorrect. He's going to overcorrect. because he was vulnerable and showed emotion, and so now and lost him the girl. So now,
Okay. So one other thing that we're kind of forgetting that I just remembered right now is that Daiki wanted to leave the house with Hana. So what are the possibilities of Daiki just leaving the house on his own? Because he did say after the camping trip, I want to leave the house with you. But if Hana breaks up with him, like, I feel like it's very possible that Daiki could be like, okay, I'm leaving on my own.
Yeah, that too. Yeah.
what if they both leave and they both go their separate ways?
Yes, they leave as not couples. Oh,
That could
that's
happen.
good too.
Yeah.
That's good too.
The next title of next episode will dictate, I guess, the tone that we're going into.
It's gonna say skateboarding date.
Oh.
To throw us off.
Yeah, and it's gonna be all OG and Aya.
That's such a B side plot at this point. I swear to God, if they don't pick up exactly where they left off, and it's like some sort of cutesy date with the other two couples.
It would be the ultimate filler episode.
Yeah, a bottleneck, if you say. They finally found animals in the dark with those stupid sparklers.
Stupid animals. Oh God. Okay.
I'm going to do that if we ever go camping again. I'm just going to bring like wrapped up tissue paper.
Guys, I brought sparklers.
Oh my God. I'd be like looking down on you, but like, that's not sparklers. Why do you have that? You put sparklers in your pocket. Why?
That's like low-key dangerous, isn't
It's
it?
a concern. Don't be an OG. Be a brogy. Keep your sparklers in the containers. That's where it's supposed to be.
Oh my goodness. Yes. Okay. Well, yeah. I guess one other thing that I think could happen is we'll see the next date with Taechan and Miwako, and I guess that'll kind of answer the question as to if Miwako is really into Taechan or not. Because that's a big question, I guess. And like with the whole OG and Aya thing, it's not that I don't care for it. It's just there are a lot of things happening in the house right now. So OG and Aya feels kind of like a C plot to me. Wow. So that if that could be put on hold for an episode, or if it doesn't get as much time, I'm not mad at it. But yeah, I think the main thing is gonna be, will Daiki leave the house, and then Taechan and Miwako.
Yep.
And Daiki and Miwako.
Daiki. So yeah, that is it for this episode of We the Panel, a Terrace House podcast. But before we go, this is another reminder to let you know that we are on all podcasting platforms, which is on Spotify, Apple Podcast, Google Podcast. I hope you guys didn't hear that. My sister just like screamed in the hallway. So yeah, all of those, you could find all of it on our Anchor page at anchor.fm/we-the-panel, or you could just search up We the Panel on whatever podcasting platform, and if you see a brown background with a gray house, hey, that's us. Also, if you're on YouTube, thank you so much for watching. Feel free to like, comment, and subscribe. Hit that notification bell so you'll get updates on what we're doing. And of course, we are on Instagram at We the Panel Pod, where I post little clips of some of the stuff that we're doing for the episodes, so you'll stay updated on all of that. And yeah, so of course, before we leave, we do have some plugs. So starting with everyone's favorite Tim, where can we find you on the internet? You also have some different things this time, so go on. Go ahead.
Different things. Yes, I do.
Yeah, you got another thing to plug. So
yes, I do. So aside from just seeing me on Instagram, Timbit1997, and my YouTube channel, just my name, you can find both links down below. I started streaming again. So if you guys want to come see me and hang out and play video games and, are a big fan of games, Apex Legends, Nintendo games and all of that, please check out my Twitch. That's Twitch TV /twin_helix, TWIN_HELIX.
Wow.
Come give me a follow.
Wow, a new link? Oh my god.
Yeah.
And speaking of Twitch, we do have our other Twitch streamer back again, our own silver-haired fox, Jay. Where can we find you on the internet?
Yeah, you can find me on Twitch, twitch.tv/furjiggles. I'm trying to learn the bass. See me on how I learn bass songs. I think I'm using Rocksmith with the bass guitar this time, so I'll be fine.
Okay.
Yeah.
Okay.
Other than that, I've been playing a lot of Valheim.
Vikings for Valheim.
Y'all gotta get that squad stream going, bro.
Mining for days.
Might have to.
Yeah. But enough about me. How can we find you, James? How we find you in the internet?
You can find me on Instagram and on YouTube. All that stuff will be linked down below. I also, shout out to our resident TikToker Cheska, who isn't here today for Wi-Fi reasons. But I guess I'll put her stuff down there below too. But I am now also on TikTok.
You're on TikTok now?
Yeah.
It's about time.
Really just some like music-y stuff.
That's how it begins.
It's a lot of just me singing and duetting stuff where I can sing. So if you want to hear my voice that isn't just talking but singing, you can find me there as well. I'll have that down below. And yeah, that is it in terms of our plugs.
How the mighty have fallen.
You know what they say.
Hey.
Either you die as a hero or you live long enough to become the villain.
Hey, at least I'm not doing none of these. At least I'm not doing none of these things. Okay, I ain't doing none of these dances.
Remember that? Remember that time you said you had no TikTok? Look at the times now.
How the times have changed.
Never say never about the dancing.
I did not come on here to get roasted.
Yo, you better not cut this. This goes in the episode.
Don't you dare cut it.
Yeah, y'all.
This is how we end it.
I control what goes in the episode.
I quoted the Dark Knight for this.
This goes in. Leave this in. All right, guys.
Where's Harvey Dent?
We'll end it here. Thanks for joining us for We the Panel, a Terrace House podcast, and we'll see you guys next time. Bye. Sleep warmly, y'all.